afternoon, Board. Thank you all for what you do. I'm just going to try to start bringing up some topics for all of us to talk about. A lot of the meetings I go to are just kind of the same old thing where we talk such minor details in a time where we're losing absolute control of our country. So I'm going to read a few quotes. I'm going to give a few talking points, but thank you guys for all that you do and your commitment to our community. I think myself that we have more machinery of government than is necessary. Too many parasites living on the labor of the industrious. Government too big enough to supply everything you need is big enough to take everything you have. The course of history shows that as government grows, liberty decreases. The two enemies of the people are criminals and government. So let us tie the second down with the chains of the Constitution so the second will not become the legalized version of the first. That is Thomas Jefferson. What a good guy. All right, so the second one. If ye love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude better than the animating contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsels or arms. Crouch down and lick the hands which feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that ye were our countrymen. That was Samuel Adams. These guys formed our country over 3% tax. Today, my generation, I'm sure you all understand too, I pay 51% of my income goes to my government. To do what? To regulate me for fish that I catch. I have to have a license to fish. I have to have a license to hunt. I have to have a license to drive, to get the license to fish, to feed myself. I have to have a license to get a job, a license to be certified to open a business, to feed for myself. I have to have a license to get married. I have to have the government's permission to do everything in my life. We are all slaves to the establishment, and it's through our consent and through our ignorance. They've done this by the book legally instead of lawfully, through syntax and grammar. The Act of 1871, look into it, it's when they changed our Constitution to the incorporation of the United States. 1913, when we initiated the Federal Reserve, gave our wealth away to a debt note, credit debt system. That's when we gave our economy away. One of our founders, I think it was Thomas Jefferson, said that whenever we lose our currency, we lose our country. And you think our debt notes, if I have $50,000 in the bank, that's just $50,000 I have to pay taxes on. Our tax system is set up so that if I use their currency, I have to pay an interest rate on all of that. It's how the IRS works. It's all fraudulent. We just had the 2020 election stolen from us. There's a movie coming out this week. It's called 2000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza. He's actually going to be on our show Friday. But he goes over the undeniable evidence, video evidence of how the 2020 election was stolen. There are 2,000 people that smuggled ballot after ballot after ballot to the drop boxes. So check that out. We're talking fraudulent election, fraudulent tax system. And the last quote is, it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men. So guys, I'm just going to keep bringing up topics to try to get everybody inspired. I love you all. Keep doing good work. Thank you all for what you do, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you.